What do we need for today?
Around a decade ago, a Samoan nurse became so concerned about waiting times for patients, she began providing her own mobile care.
People travelling from far waited till midday or maybe 1 o'clock and they're still not seeing, and I think there's something need to be done.
Simulai Tavana is the founder of Tavana Nurse on Wheels, known as Tinau.
There aren't any aged care homes, for example, so the Samoan culture is that they care for their elderly and they care for them in the home and in the village environment.
We need that one, I think that's all.
A team of 3 nurses travels house to house dispensing hospital standard care.
Owamaioi, how are you? Yeah? Oh, good. No worries? No worries, that's good. So we're just going to check your blood pressure and sugar again today. Sound all right?
There is a charge for the service, but payment can come in a variety of forms.
I think that's part of the culture in Samoa. If they don't have money to pay the service, we've been coming to this lady for the last 6 years, and sometimes she gives us 10, 20 tala as a gift, and today she showed her appreciation of our being here together to give us those food.
Not much room, hey?
Assistance for the service has come via the Australian Government's volunteer program.
We'll meet again.
Anita Dunn was in search of adventure, a life experience and an opportunity to expand her horizons.
NAIAD is an Australian Youth Ambassador for Development. Usually you've got to be under 30 and usually it's quite getting skilled young Australians to go overseas into developing countries.
All this kind of care that I'm doing is Anita's specialties. She's palliative nurse, she's also oncology nurse.
It's not just the elderly on the client list of this outreach clinic.
Sorry, Bubba, I'm just going to hurt you a little bit, all right? I think we did like 400 immunisation last year. From what I understand, due to sort of poor rural health and low immunisation, there's been a bit more of a high infant death rate. I think so. Immunisation is something that I know AusAid's trying to really promote.
Like many Pacific Island countries, the greatest health issue in Samoa is type 2 diabetes.
Your sugar been okay? Yes. I'll see how it is, hey?
3 sisters in this one household are being treated. Lifestyle is seen as the main contributing factor.
Definitely the westernised diet, I think that's part of the problem. Lots of saturated animal fats, there's lots of fried foods, lots of imported cans of corned beef and Asian noodles and things like that.
A single house call can often lead to treatment for a large extended family.
Yeah, often we do a lot of families together. Usually they live close together, sort of houses around the main house sort of thing. So usually they come out when we do a visit and everyone gets a check, blood sugar, blood pressure and that sort of thing.
This fisherman had a headache, saw the nurses and decided to drop in.
Well, you might have a little bit of flu, but take a couple Panadol and lie down. Plenty water.
Yeah, it's very common. If they see the nurse on wheels, they generally, can get a bit of advice and a bit of a check while they're here. So yeah, lots of people come out of the woodwork when we rock up in our red truck.
One of the visits Anita looks forward to is this lady.
Do a little circle if you like.
Very slowly.
She has high blood pressure, diabetes and scoliosis, seriously affecting her mobility.
Oh, you're doing great.
As a retired teacher, she delights in providing Samoan lessons for the Australian nurse.
Ha, ka, ro. She's a lovely lady. She's quite a character, and every time I go, she makes me laugh. She's so cute. So she's been trying to improve my Samoan since I've been here, which is pitiful.
Speaking Samoan for Anita and her husband is part of embracing the Samoan way of life. In perhaps the world's most Christian country, Sunday is both a day of worship and family feasting.
I don't usually go to church at home, but I'm just trying to embrace the culture, and it's nice to go and I think it's sort of respectful if you sort of join in and have a look at their culture and at their religion and join in the Sunday festivities. It's actually quite fun in the afternoons when church is finished and you can sit down with everyone, have a chat and have a meal.
The meal is the traditional umu, an all-day event. A pig is roasted on the coals from early morning with fish, taro and tropical fruits. The Samoan experience could bring a change in Anita's career direction.
I think I'd like to get into community nursing when I get home. It's something that's, it's quite nice. It's better than the sort of regimented, shift work that we do in a hospital. You get a lot more freedom, you get to have a good chat, and it's nice.
As for the future of the Tavana Nurse on Wheels service, the boss would like to expand to Samoa's other islands.
Why not? That's part of my service plan. Extend to Hawaii, maybe American Samoa one day when I do have the resource people.